Salut, I'm Akshara and I cleared the TEF Canada exam from scratch in 13 months, and I have created this channel to talk all things about the French language, TEF TCF Canada exam and Canadian immigration through French proficiency. Welcome to this video, and in this video I'm going to be talking all about my major life update, current updates on the immigration system with the French draw, and how my life has changed now that I know French. Before we get started with the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out any of the new videos that I post. And with that, let's get right into the video. So I know it's been a while since I posted a video because I was super busy having a major life update, like I said, which is finally I have moved to Canada. I've moved to the city of Toronto, which is in Ontario, and I'm super excited to finally begin my journey in Canada. For the ones who are watching my video for the first time here, I'll give you like a quick timeline of my entire journey here. So I basically started my French journey in December end of 2022, basically like, January of 2023, and I started right from the basics. I literally knew a whole total of like 10ish maybe words when I started. So yes, I started right from scratch. Now I get that a lot. Um, if I knew French before or anything on those lines, no, I did not really know the language as such. So yeah, I started right from the beginning and I studied up until B2 level, and then I went for another exam and then another exam and then another exam till I cleared the TEF Canada NCLC 7 that is required for scoring the points. Yes, I did write the exam whole total of 5 times, but I will get into the details of my experience with that in a whole different video. All of this I did a span of 13 months right from the scratch till I cleared the TEF Canada exam, which was in 2024 of March. I wrote the fifth attempt of the exam on 15th of March 2024, and then I think it took about like 10 days to receive my exam results, and I did clear with NCLC 7 in all of the four sections that was required. And after an hour of receiving my results, literally like an hour, there was an ITA. But of course, it was way too quick for me to update my score and all of that jazz. So I was not really able to get the ITA in that particular draw, the Francophone draw. And eventually, I did receive my ITA on 24th of April 2024. That was when I received my ITA with the CRS draw of 410. I was like way past that CRS score. Yes, I received the ITA then, and then meanwhile all of this happened, um, I had kept all of my documents ready, and just in about 15 days, I was able to submit all of my documents. So, the reason I was telling when or how frequent the ITA comes was because a lot of people reach out saying, okay, what if I clear the TEF Canada exam and then I don't receive ITA, or what if it takes long? There is no one answer to that. There's no straightforward answer because it can literally come right that day. It can take a month, it can take a few months. It really depends on the frequency the draws happen. I'm not really sure in what the method or like the structure of getting draws are. So that's just like it's just fate or luck, you can say, based on when you receive the ITA. But at the end of the day, what is in your control is clearing the exam, and once you are through that, it's done. Nothing else is in your hand after that. So yeah, in about 15 days, like on May 8th, I submitted my documents, and just after that, about like a month after, I received my passport, I'm sorry, my biometrics and medical request in June. And then there was radio silence, right? I waited and waited, and I waited for about 6 months until I finally received the passport request at the end of January of this year. And the whole stamping process took another month from there. And then, I planned my travel, and now I'm finally here in Toronto. So the idea why I was giving you the whole timeline was because a lot of people are very curious about what is the timeline for studying French, what is the timeline for getting the PR. I would say it really is very individualistic. Don't keep anything as a benchmark as such because it really varies from case to case, and like I don't really know if what the standard benchmark is for this. You can, of course, always have an estimate of what your process could look like, but it may or may not, turn out to be the same thing. The reason I'm saying this is because, when I received my ITA, one of my friend also went through the whole French proficiency pathway, and she received her PR in under 90 days. I think about 88 days it took for her to receive her PR. So it was the same route that I went through, but the experience was completely different. So it can really depend case to case, the visa office, and there are like so many other variables which is really not in our control. So what is pertaining to us is getting your NCLC 7, getting all your documents in place, submitting your documents, and then just waiting from there. So, regardless of everything, it just worked out for the best for me. I'm really glad that, I landed here on PR, and it's been a really nice journey so far, and I'm like super excited for what's to come now. Now, the most exciting part for all of you looking to start off on this journey is that there has been a huge update. IRCC has increased 25 extra CRS points for this French proficiency pathway. This means that you will receive a total of 75 points on NCLC 7 just for knowing the French language. And on top of this, you will also receive 12 CRS points for French as a second language. So you will be receiving a whole total of 87 CRS points for just completing NCLC 7 in TEF or TCF Canada. If you get anything below that level, even in just one of the sections, you will just receive 4 points, 4 CRS points for the fact that you know French as a second language. This is great news because for everybody who is looking at doing French because they have low CRS points, now this is a super added bonus. You're going to be receiving a 87 CRS points, so that's like huge just for knowing the language. And additionally, like you may all know, Liberal Party was elected, and that means it's a good thing also for the immigration aspect of it. I'm not going all political, but yeah, just for the immigration aspect, because the liberals have established a target of 12% of francophone immigration outside of Quebec by 2029, which is literally a 20% increase from the current targets. So for everybody who's having this question right now, before starting off, oh, what if they are not going to do this draw anymore, what if French is not going to be there, or are they going to have draws for French, so on and so forth. You don't really have to worry because the government themselves have put out that they do want a lot of French people coming in, or they're going to support. There are a lot of funds as well that is kept out for French support and all of that. So at the moment, from what we know from the government, you're really good to go. In if you feel like this is the thing that you want to do, it is absolutely the right time to start, because things are all falling in place. French is really becoming mainstream here in Canada. A lot of people are also a lot of employers are as well preferring French, as you may all know. And I mean, you're going to get 87 CRS points for immigration. I think there's nothing better than that. That's the answer. They do want to increase the number of French speakers, give a lot more opportunities for people who speak French, and it's only a uphill from here. Also, you may have noticed that the ITA scores for French this year, there have been three draws for French proficiency pathway, have been really low, like as low as 379 and 410. And that's like a really good news for also somebody who's aspiring to choose this path due to low CRS points. Apart from all of this, yes, this aspect has been great. Definitely, just because of French, I'm sitting here in Canada at the moment. I have been able to land as a PR from India without having ever entered the country. And I think it's a real blessing that I was aware that this path existed when I started off on this PR journey. And yeah, French has really been a great thing. Yes, of course, it has been really challenging to do the NCLC 7. It can be quite a strenuous journey, but at the end of it, if I can get a PR without ever having been to Canada, I think it's a great thing here. But apart from just having a PR or like French leading me to PR, the fact that I have landed in this country and I know French, I really feel like it's such a big skill or like an added advantage that truly sets me apart from other people here who don't know French. You know, I'm able to connect with so many people. People get like really excited to talk in French as well. There are a lot of, at least here in Ontario, there are a lot of people I do come across um, who speak French or who are French native speakers, and look at different employment opportunities because I know French. There are a lot of settlement services, employment services just pertaining to French. All of those added advantages are there as well. And I think for me personally, what's been the most fun part is that I've been able to make friends because, you know, that's something that definitely stands out. If there's a French person, I'm able to talk to them. I went to this expo and there were a lot of people from Quebec, and I was really able to make that connection and talk to them. And like people are really warm and nice. They get so supportive and help me when I try to speak French, and it's like very encouraging. It's basically, you know, like a positive vicious cycle where it really pushes me more to learn the language and speak. And honestly, for everybody who's studying French and living in Canada, I'm actually so jealous of you guys because when I did French back in India, I was like nowhere surrounded with French. But here you can truly make so much use of the fact that you are in Canada, you see French on like billboards, especially at least if you're in Ontario. I'm not sure about the other provinces, but I know for a fact that, you know, all these government places, offices, billboards, signages, there are so many different places where you can read French. You can really pick up vocabulary. Um, if you're just waiting in line, you can start to read and try to learn something. And like every single food product or any product in Ontario at least has French written at the back, so you can always pick up vocabulary from there. I feel like, you know, if you are in Canada, you should really make use of the fact that actively you should be a lot more cognizant and pick up words and, you know, things like that. Definitely, it's going to be an added advantage if you're here. Something that I missed out because personally, when I was doing it back there, like I said, there was really no access for me. Um, it was just all online. But here, you know, if I'm just going in public transport, I can see French and so on and so forth, right? So really uh, actively make sure that you are exposing yourself to French. I know it can be a little hard right in the beginning, but you know, once you start to enjoy it, it's really fun. And then you also get excited that, oh, I can understand what they've written in French, and then you can also like show off to your friends that I actually know French. So that's a fun thing. So uh, yeah, pretty much this was all about, you know, talking about my experience now that I'm in Canada, what it was like before, and now the fact that I know French and I have landed here through the French pathway. I'm like super excited, and I'm also really glad that this happened. And for everyone who's out there trying to, you know, get through this. I know it can be really challenging, believe me, because I have given the exam 5 times, but I would say it was definitely worth what I got at the end of this. So hang in there, just do your thing every day and just keep it going. I'm sure at the end of it you'll be really glad for what you did. Uh, that was pretty much all about this video, and thank you so much for everyone who has reached out and wished me. I really hope now I can be a lot more consistent with my videos, and I will definitely do that. I will share a lot more of my experiences when I was going for the exam, or my preparation and my journey here in Canada now that I know French and all of that. So, if you're looking for any guidance or advice on how to go about, or if you feel you're stuck at any level, or if you're even looking for coaching for the French language, feel free to reach out. I will leave the link in the description below, and you can just schedule a call according to your availability. And with that, I think we are at the end of this video. Make sure to subscribe if you found this helpful, and keep going. You're doing great. Just hang in there and do your thing. And I'll see you in the next one. A bientôt.